Raising all of us, weren't she and Dad simply doing what parents are supposed to do? But given my feelings in the graveyard in Comer, it occurred to me to record her history. My mother wasn't getting any younger, 72 at the time. On and off, over the next 3 to 4 years, I taped Mom's story. Mom had had almost no schooling and survived through her wit, guile, and caution. Thus, she didn't readily show all the cards in her hand, even to her son. Most of the immigrants who came in search of the American dream, the ability to provide well for themselves and their families as valued members of a democratic society, didn't find it in one generation. It usually took 2 or 3. My mother, Maggie, believed that education was the way to achieve her American dream. When she was denied the opportunity herself, she declared that all her children would be educated. Mom and Dad together gave all 5 of us the support needed to acquire 13 college degrees. This story, my mother's struggle with my father's help, my own experiences and those of my siblings, are a window on her life and the life and times of a black family in America during the first half of the 20th century. In part 1 of this story, my mother speaks her story, her hopes, and her dreams. In part 2, I speak for myself and my brothers and sisters who responded to the extraordinary effort by remarkable parents. This extraordinary effort, against great obstacles, is the reason so many black people speak with pride about the black family, and so bitterly resent those who focus on its weaknesses and ignore its achievements. Part 1. The oral history of Maggie Comer, as told to her son, James.
I was born in Woodland, Mississippi, to Jim and Maud Nichols. I had 2 brothers, Leroy and Frank, and 2 sisters, Saretha and Susie. It was all rural area. They had little towns in the rural country like any other place, a couple of stores or so, and that's all. Most of the farming was sharecrop. It didn't leave the workers with anything to amount to, so Woodland was very poor country. One year, if they maybe were making a good crop, the boll weevils ate the crop. Then the next year they owed the man they worked for most of the crop, even though it was a good crop, because the boll weevils had ate the crop the year before. My father was sharecropping. He had more education than the white man he worked for. My father did all the weighing of the cotton and taking care of his business because that white man could not read or write. He was a leader in a sense on the farm, but the white fella got the money. He did so well, and this white man thought so much of him that Pa thought, well, our crops was so good this year, next year I'll start buying my own land and see what I can make. When he went to buy his own land from this white fella he was sharecropping with, though, the man wouldn't sell it to him because he wanted him to stay on. That was the year before he was struck by lightning. One day my father and stepbrother was in the field with my mother and stepsister, and they saw clouds coming up. So when he saw the clouds coming up, he said to her, "You better go home. It's going to rain, and we only have a short corner here to finish. You 2 women go on home and look after the children. I don't want you to get wet." So they started home and began roasting sweet potatoes and peanuts in the fire and just having a good time. Then this awful storm came, thundering and lightning. When the storm was about over, they looked out at the gate and saw my stepbrother lying on the gate. They started laughing at him and said, "Why don't you come on in?" He lay there for a while, so they went to the gate to see what was wrong. He said, "Pa's dead." He told how a hard clap of thunder nailed them against a sycamore tree. The lightning came across and they both fell. There was a little creek by the side of the tree that my father was on, and when he fell in this little creek. My brother tried to pull him out of the creek of water, but he realized Pa was dead because